I'm 18 and I'm a songwriter producer from Melbourne.
Give me a little bit of a background on you as a musician and where you sort of started your music journey.
Yeah, so I started playing piano when I was 4 on my old pianola that we have at home. And then, I kind of just did piano all throughout school and did it in year 12 for music. And then, I kind of got into producing through a program at school that we had, which was really, really good, and learnt kind of a bit of songwriting and things there. And I'm kind of gotten really into that the past few years, and now I'm studying it at uni and really enjoying it.
So with your new track Sync, did you do all of the production on that as well?
Yeah, so I started it at school through the program we had, and then I kind of just took that and really kind of liked where it was going, and I sort of produced it on the computer and then kind of left it for a while and didn't really know what to do. And then I revisited it at the start of this year, and I guess I'd kind of grown a bit more as a producer and kind of knew a bit more what I was doing at that stage. So I was able to go through it and kind of clean it and make it sound how sort of I wanted it to sound in the end. And it was a really fun process in the end, and I'm really happy with how it came out.
Tell me a little bit about the inspiration behind the song.
Was introduced to James Blake when I was probably in like year 11, and his Limit to Your Love, which was probably one of my biggest inspirations for Sync in terms of sort of production. My sort of mentor that I was working with at that time showed me that version, and I was like, oh my goodness, and like his bass sounds and kind of minimalist production really kind of caught my ear, I guess, and I really liked that. So that was a really big inspiration. And then also I don't know, I like to take my iPhone around, obviously, everywhere I go, and record like little sounds that I hear that I think sound cool, and then chop them up to make drums. Like that's something I really like to do. So that was kind of, I guess, the start of the kind of drum pattern in Sync came from me just experimenting. I've got like heaps of lists of just random words, and like I read a lot of poetry. It's kind of cheesy, but like I really like it, and kind of like some old things that I find in like, I don't know, op shops and stuff. Usually when I'm writing lyrics, I kind of scroll through those, and that kind of like reignites the thought that I had at the time when I found those kind of words. And then, I guess a story kind of comes to those, and a bit of personal experience. I mean, that all kind of comes into play.
So it's been out for a month now-ish. How do you find your first release? What was that like?
I was actually super duper nervous before I put it out. I think I've been putting off putting things out for a bit. Everyone's been so nice and things like that, which has like made me feel, I was like, oh, thank you. It's made me definitely want to put out like more stuff and kind of keep at it.
What's next for you, and is it going to be similar to Sync, or is it going to be a new angle?
Well, I've got a song hopefully coming out in mid-November sometime, which is a bit different to Sync, a bit more upbeat, but also kind of still chill, sort of a good mix, I think. And this one was one that I've worked on during lockdown and things like that. And then I've got a couple of collabs that I'm working on with other people, which has been so fun. Like I've met so many cool people just through releasing Sync. So that's been really, really like a great thing that I've got out of it.